Have you ever felt like your energy is fading faster than it used to? Or maybe you've noticed that little aches and pains seem to stick around longer than they used to. If so, you're not alone. As we age, our bodies and lifestyles naturally change. But that doesn't mean we have to accept a decline in our health or happiness. In fact, there are certain habits, things we might not even realize we're doing, that can actually shorten our lives or make our later years less enjoyable than they could be. The good news? Once we're aware of these habits, we can take simple, actionable steps to change them and live longer, healthier, and more vibrant lives. That's exactly what we're going to talk about today. In this video, we'll explore 6 common habits that can shorten your life after 65, and more importantly, what you can do instead. These aren't drastic changes or overwhelming tasks. They're small, manageable adjustments that can make a big difference in how you feel every day. So, whether you're looking to boost your energy, stay independent, or simply enjoy life more, this video is for you. Let's dive in. Habit number 1. Sitting too much. Let's start with something many of us do without even thinking about it. Sitting too much. Now, I know what you might be thinking. I'm retired. I've earned the right to relax. And you're absolutely right. You worked hard, and you deserve to enjoy your downtime. But here's the thing. Sitting for long periods of time, day after day, can take a toll on your health. Studies show that prolonged sitting is linked to a higher risk of heart disease, diabetes, and even early death. It's not just about the lack of movement. It's also about how sitting affects your circulation, your muscles, and even your mood. So what can you do instead? The answer isn't to start running marathons or hitting the gym for hours every day. It's much simpler than that. Try breaking up your sitting time with small bursts of movement. For example, set a timer to remind yourself to stand up and stretch every 30 minutes. Walk around your living room, do a few gentle stretches, or even just march in place for a minute or two. If you enjoy watching TV, use commercial breaks as a cue to get up and move. These little breaks can make a big difference over time. Another great option is to incorporate more movement into your daily routine. Take a short walk after meals, do some light gardening, or try a beginner-friendly exercise class designed for seniors. The key is to find activities you enjoy so that moving feels less like a chore and more like a natural part of your day. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about making small, consistent changes that add up over time. Habit number 2, skipping regular health checkups now. Let's talk about something that's easy to put off, but incredibly important. Regular health checkups. I get it. Going to the doctor isn't exactly anyone's idea of a good time. And if you're feeling fine, it's tempting to think, why bother? But here's the thing. Many health issues, especially as we age, don't show obvious symptoms right away. By the time you notice something's wrong, it might be more difficult to treat. Regular checkups allow your doctor to catch potential problems early when they're easier to manage. So what should you do instead? First, make sure you're scheduling annual checkups with your primary care doctor. These visits are a chance to review your overall health, update your vaccinations, and discuss any concerns you might have. Depending on your health history, your doctor might also recommend screenings for things like blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes, or certain types of cancer. These tests might sound intimidating, but they're often quick and painless, and they can literally save your life. If you're worried about the cost or hassle of going to the doctor, consider this. Many clinics and community centers offer free or low-cost health screenings for seniors. And if transportation is an issue, look into local services that provide rides to medical appointments. The bottom line is this. Your health is your greatest asset, and taking care of it is one of the best investments you can make. Habit number 3. Neglecting your social connections. Let's move on to something that might surprise you. Neglecting your social connections. Now, I know what you might be thinking. I'm not a social butterfly, and that's okay. And you're right. It's perfectly fine to enjoy your alone time. But here's the thing. As we age, social isolation can have a serious impact on our health. Research shows that loneliness and social isolation are linked to a higher risk of heart disease, depression, and even cognitive decline. On the flip side, staying connected with others can boost your mood, improve your mental sharpness, and even help you live longer. So what can you do instead? Start by reaching out to the people who matter most to you. Call a friend or a family member you haven't spoken to in a while. Invite a neighbor over for coffee or tea. If you're not sure where to start, consider joining a group or club that aligns with your interests. Many communities have senior centers, book clubs, or hobby groups that welcome new members. And if getting out of the house is a challenge, don't forget about technology. Video calls, social media, and online forums can be great ways to stay connected from the comfort of your home. Remember, it's not about having a huge circle of friends. It's about nurturing meaningful connections that bring joy and support to your life. Even small interactions, like chatting with a cashier at a grocery store or waving to a neighbor, can make a difference. The key is to stay engaged with the world around you and to remember that you're never too old to make new friends or strengthen old relationships. Now that we've covered these first 3 habits, sitting too much, skipping regular checkups, and neglecting social connections, let's take a moment to reflect. These might seem like small things, but they can have a big impact on your health and happiness. The good news is that each of these habits is within your power to change. You don't have to do everything all at once. Start with one small step and build from there. In the next part of this video, we'll explore 3 more habits that can shorten your life after 65 and what you can do instead. So, stay tuned and remember, it's never too late to make a positive change. Welcome back. In the first part of this video, we talked about 3 habits that can shorten your life after 65. Sitting too much, skipping regular checkups, and neglecting your social connections. Habit number 4. We also discussed simple,
eating a poor
actionable
diet
steps you can take to turn these habits
Let's start with
around
something that affects
and start
every
living a
single one of
healthier,
us.
more vibrant
What we
life.
eat.
Now, let's dive into
I
the
know
next
how
3
easy it
habits
is to
that
fall
might
into
be
the
holding you
trap
back
of eating
and
the
what you
same
can do
old
instead
things
day after day, especially if you're cooking for one or just don't feel like spending a lot of time in the kitchen. But here's the thing. As we age, our nutritional needs change, and eating a poor diet can lead to a host of health problems, from weight gain and high blood pressure to weakened bones and a weaker immune system. The good news? Making small changes to your diet can have a huge impact on how you feel. So what can you do instead? First, focus on adding more whole, nutrient-rich foods to your meals. Think colorful fruits and vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins like fish or beans, and healthy fats like olive oil or avocado. These foods are packed with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that support your overall health and help protect against chronic diseases. If you're not sure where to start, try adding one new healthy food to your diet each week. For example, swap out white bread for whole grain bread, or add a handful of spinach to your morning omelet. Another tip is to pay attention to portion sizes. As we age, our metabolism slows down, so we don't need as many calories as we used to. That doesn't mean you have to go hungry. It just means being mindful of how much you're eating. Try using smaller plates, eating slowly, and stopping when you feel satisfied, not stuffed. And don't forget to stay hydrated. Drinking enough water is just as important as eating well, especially as we get older. If cooking feels overwhelming, consider meal prepping or using simple, healthy recipes designed for seniors. There are plenty of resources online, or you can even ask a friend or family member to cook with you. The key is to make healthy eating enjoyable and sustainable, not a chore. Habit number 5, ignoring your mental health ***. Next, let's talk about something that doesn't always get the attention it deserves, mental health. It's easy to focus on physical health as we age. After all, we can see and feel the effects of things like exercise and diet. But mental health is just as important, and ignoring can take a toll on your overall well-being. Stress, anxiety, and depression are common among seniors, often due to life changes like retirement, the loss of loved ones, or health challenges. Left unaddressed, these feelings can lead to a decline in both mental and physical health. So what can you do instead? First, acknowledge your feelings and give yourself permission to seek help if you need it. There's no shame in talking to a therapist or counselor. In fact, it's one of the bravest things you can do. Many therapists specialize in working with seniors and can help you navigate the unique challenges of this stage of life. If therapy feels like too big a step, consider joining a support group where you can connect with others who are going through similar experiences. Another way to support your mental health is to practice mindfulness or relaxation techniques. This could be as simple as taking a few minutes each day to sit quietly, focus on your breathing, or listen to calming music. Meditation, yoga, and Tai Chi are also great options for reducing stress and improving your mood. Even just spending time in nature, whether to walk in the park or sit in your backyard, can have a calming effect on your mind. Finally, don't underestimate the power of staying mentally active. Reading, puzzles, learning a new skill, or even playing a musical instrument can keep your brain sharp and boost your mood. The key is to find activities that you enjoy and that challenge you in a positive way. Habit number 6. Last but certainly not least, let's talk about sleep. I know how frustrating it can be to toss and turn at night, only to wake up feeling tired and groggy. But here's the thing. Sleep is essential for your health, especially as you age. Poor sleep can weaken your immune system, increase your risk of chronic conditions like heart disease and diabetes, and even affect your memory and mood. Yet, many seniors struggle with sleep issues, whether it's trouble falling asleep, staying asleep, or waking up too early. So what can you do instead? Start by creating a bedtime routine that signals to your body that it's time to wind down. This could include activities like reading a book, taking a warm bath, or listening to soothing music. Try to go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. This helps regulate your body's internal clock. Next, take a look at your sleep environment. Is your bedroom dark, quiet, and cool? If not, consider making some changes. Blackout curtains, a white noise machine, or a fan can make a big difference. And if you're still using an old, uncomfortable mattress, it might be time to invest in a new one. Your sleep is worth it. If you're still having trouble sleeping, talk to your doctor. They can help rule out underlying issues like sleep apnea or restless leg syndrome and recommend treatments or lifestyle changes that might help. And remember, it's okay to take a short nap during the day if you need to. Just keep it at 20 to 30 minutes so it doesn't interfere with your nighttime sleep. Now that we've covered these next 3 habits, eating a poor diet, ignoring your mental health, and not getting enough sleep, let's take a moment to reflect. These habits might seem like small things, but they can have a big impact on your quality of life. The good news is that each of these habits is within your power to change. Start with one small step and build from there. In the final part of this video, we'll wrap up with a few more tips and some encouraging words to help you stay motivated on your journey to better health. So, stay tuned and remember, every positive change you make is a step toward a longer, happier, and healthier life. Welcome to the final part of this video. So far, we've covered 6 habits that can shorten your life after 65. Sitting too much, skipping regular checkups, neglecting social connections, eating a poor diet, ignoring your mental health, and not getting enough sleep. We've also talked about simple, actionable steps you can take to turn these habits around and start living a healthier, more vibrant life. Now, let's wrap things up with a few final thoughts and some encouragement to keep you motivated on your journey. The power of small changes. Before we go any further, I want to take a moment to remind you of something important. You don't have to overhaul your entire life overnight. In fact, trying to do too much at once can feel overwhelming and might even set you up for disappointment. Instead, focus on making small, manageable changes that you can stick with over time. Maybe it's adding 1 extra serving of vegetables to your meals, taking a short walk every day, or calling a friend once a week. These small changes might not seem like much at first, but over time, they add up to big results. Think of it like planting a garden. You don't plant a seed and expect to see a full-grown tree the next day. It takes time, patience, and consistent care. But with each passing day, that seed grows a little stronger, a little taller, until one day you have a beautiful, thriving tree. Your health is the same way. Every small, positive choice you make is like watering that seed. It's not about being feel like much in the moment. It's about showing up for yourself. Those choices will grow into a healthier, some days will be easier than others. The importance of consistency. What matters is that you keep going, even when it feels hard. If you miss a day of exercise or indulge in a less than healthy meal, don't beat yourself up. Just pick yourself up and start again the next day. Remember, progress isn't a straight line. It's a journey with ups and downs. What matters is that you stay committed to the journey. One way to stay consistent is to set realistic goals and track your progress. For example, If you're trying to walk more, start with a goal of 10 minutes a day and gradually increase it as you build stamina. Use a journal, a calendar, or even an app to track your steps, your meals, or your mood. Seeing your progress in black and white can be incredibly motivating and help you stay on track. Finally, don't forget to celebrate your wins, no matter how small they might seem. Did you drink an extra glass of water today? That's a win. Did you take the stairs instead of the elevator? That's a win. Did you spend a few minutes meditating or practicing gratitude? That's a win. Celebrating these small victories helps reinforce positive habits and reminds you that you're making progress, even when it feels slow. And don't be afraid to share your wins with others, whether it's a friend, a family member, or even the comment section of this video. Sharing your successes can help keep you accountable and inspire others to make positive changes in their own lives. Remember, you're not alone on this journey. There's a whole community of people out there who are rooting for you and cheering you on. A final word of encouragement. As we wrap up this video, I want to leave you with one final thought. It's never too late to make a positive change. Whether you're 65, 75, or 85, your body and mind have an incredible ability to adapt and thrive. You have the power to take control of your health, your happiness, and your future. It might not always be easy, but it's always worth it. So start today. Pick one small habit to work on, and take that first step. Maybe it's going for a short walk, scheduling that checkup you've been putting off, or reaching out to a friend. Whatever it is, know that you're capable of making a change, and that change can lead to a longer, healthier, and more fulfilling life. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this video has given you some practical tips and the motivation you need to take charge of your health and well-being. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might benefit from it too. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more tips and advice on living your best life after 60. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What's one small change you're going to make today? Or maybe you've already started making